Today on Nexus Talk, some bad boys and girls have broken non-disclosure agreements and posted WildStar beta test patch notes onto the interwebs. And you remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Hoodoo, you do what? Remind me of the babe. Let's get to it. Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of Nexus Talk. My name is Richie, aka Bog Otter, and this show is all about the upcoming MMO, WildStar. Now this is episode number 2, and today we're going to be talking about the leaked patch notes that have come out of the beta test. And actually, more specifically, I just want to talk about a little bit about how Carbine reacted to this issue and how they've reacted to some other things. Now, if anybody has not been following WildStar, Carbine has been communicating very openly and honestly with the community. Just in the development, they do a bi-weekly thing called WildStar Uplink, where they post, they work with a fan site, and they'll post on different fan sites like a question of the week or just something that they want to get feedback on. And they have a conversation on Twitter and on these fan sites, and they kind of get specific feedback so that these comments and the stuff that the fans post about actually gets filtered right back to the development team, and they kind of discuss it, and they respond back to the community with, okay, so we took your feedback to heart, here's kind of what we've made some decisions on, and there's this like back and forth dialogue that's been going on. So that's been really fun to kind of witness and see. You know, and some other game companies have done similar things before, but you know, I just really appreciate this level of, you know, just inclusion in this you know, design stage, so that, you know, you feel like you have a voice. You're a fan of the game, you're starting to get excited about the game, and you actually have a voice and can alter how things, you know, actually shape as we head into the beta test. Now, another thing that I just want to mention real quick before we get to the leak is a couple weeks ago there was a post on Reddit from somebody who was excited about WildStar and actually put down $20 to buy his way into the beta with like a founder's pack kind of thing for WildStar, or what he thought was WildStar. It turned out he confused Firefall and WildStar. You know, it's kind of similar names, both have kind of flashy logos, both have bright colors in the game. So when he went to install it and realized, oh my goodness, this is the total wrong game, he posted on Reddit basically saying, oh, there's $20 down the drain. Now, the executive producer at Carbine, Jeremy Gaffney, actually responded to this thread on Reddit and said, hey, you know what? Firefall is a great game. We know the guys that are, you know, they work pretty close to us. We're going to refund you your $20. Just send me a private message with your address. It's like, what? They're going to refund the money for another person's game, another company's game? And then he posted a picture of this $20 bill that was on the way. And then he had some of the artists on the team actually draw like they drew like a Granok on it. And it's really cool. I might even put it up on the screen so you can see it. But the artist, you know, drew it. And so the $20 went on the way. And I just thought, wow. They, you know, obviously they get some good buzz, they get some good press out of that, but what a great move to do, you know, what a nice thing to do. And you know that person's going to just be a fan for life. The only problem is you're technically still out the $20, because if that came to me with the art on it, I would hang that on a wall and never spend it. So it's not like he gets his money back, but it was just a really cool kind of token of appreciation. So let's talk about the leak and what happened here. So somebody, you know, who's in there's a very small amount of people that are in the closed beta test right now, and it's under strict non-disclosure agreement. You can't talk about it. You're not even allowed to say that you're in the closed beta test. You know, and you can't post any screenshots or videos or talk about what you're seeing at all. So somebody just leaked the beta patch notes, and, you know, once it's out there, it's kind of out there. But, you know, obviously Carbine probably dealt with that individual and, you know, closed them off and kicked them out of the beta, I hope, and all that kind of stuff. But it was really what happened like the next day that was just so cool is, Carbine basically made a post, and said, yeah, we had somebody leak the patch notes, and, you know, we don't, you know, these kind of things are going to happen, and, rather than just kind of like try to, pretend it didn't happen or whatever, here are the patch notes. And in fact, they even went to some of the fan sites like WildStar Central and actually posted on their forums and said, hey, you know what? fan sites like this who are playing by the rules and trying to, they're moderating the forums and kicking out any, non-disclosure agreement breaches and trying to play by the rules. We're going to actually post the beta patch notes on your forums here so that you can get some traffic out of it and get some buzz. And we'll actually answer questions that anybody has upon reading the patch notes, because that's always the problem of, the public getting these beta patch notes is they don't have the context. They're not seeing, the game. They might not understand why some of these changes have happened and stuff. So they actually went and responded to tons and tons of questions. If you go over to WildStar-Central.com and check it out, you can see that Jeremy Gaffney and the other devs over there, they responded to so many questions about these patch notes. I'm not even done reading it all. And I'm not going to spend this episode kind of talking about anything we really found out, because like I said, there's a lot of information and we're still trying to pour through it. And some of it is kind of difficult because we don't have that context. But I just wanted to point out Carbine's reaction to this issue, because I love it. I love the response. It's basically, all right, you know what? This info is out there. Let's talk about it. What do you want to know? What confuses you? And that really mitigates any of the harm, because it sucks when somebody leaks something like this, because we had an Elder Scrolls Online leaked video footage the other day, and it just doesn't do the game justice at all. And these kind of things are very disappointing, and these are soul crushing to the developer at some point. If you spend 5 or 6 years of your life creating a game and you're finally getting to the finish line where you're starting to be able to show people stuff, and then something like this happens, but rather than make it something that brings them all down or crushes morale or gets the fans, to argue with each other, Carbine's kind of turned this into a positive and said, hey, all right, we're going to share some information now, and just so you don't jump to any wrong conclusions, ask some questions, and there's a dialogue happening with the community now, and it's mostly very positive. So I want to say 2 big thumbs up to Carbine for this, and this is the kind of thing that gets loyalty from a fan base, because let's think about it. The people that are following the game now, who are watching a video like this one, or listening to podcasts, or going to these fan sites this early before beta, before beta has really gotten really steamrolling, really going. These are more of the hardcore, MMO players, the players that really just want every piece of information. There's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of players who just pick up this game, they hear about it a week or two before release, or maybe see it in the store, or see an ad on it online after it's released, pick it up, and they'll never know about any of these things that have happened, never know about Carbine delivering, the $20 refund, never know about these uplink chats between, the players and whatnot. So there's tons of people that will never be aware of it. But the core community, or the real hardcore community that just wants every little nugget of information and can really be influenced by a developer's reaction or inaction, or if they say stupid things. I mean, the people that are in tune with the people that make the game are really going to see these different things that Carbine is doing, and they're seeing that they have a voice, and that Carbine will respond to things, and that they are approachable, and they will change their game plan. They're willing to meet their needs and stuff like that. They're going to see that, and that's going to actually really instill a sense of loyalty and make people even more excited about this game. So I, at this early stage, am really starting to have some warm fuzzies in my belly for the team over at Carbine. They know how to cultivate this community, and I really like, just like going on the different forums to the fan sites and listening to the podcasts. The community seems really, really nice at this point. I'm really liking the enthusiasm and how welcoming they are of new people that are discovering the game and stuff. So anyway, I wanted to just make a video about this leak that could have been really bad and put a mar on things just as things started getting exciting with the closed beta test starting. I think it's turned out to be wonderfully a positive experience, and I just wanted to share it with you. So go ahead and go over, you can search for these patch notes. There are a ton of them to pour over. There is a great synopsis of all of the questions that dev team has responded to. That's over at WildStar Central, so go check that out. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. So I'm going to wrap things up, but first, please like and favorite and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can be notified when future videos are released. I would really appreciate the support. And also, you can contact me on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. And I also have a Twitch channel. You can follow all that. All that detail should be on the screen or down below. And I just want to say thanks, everybody, and have a great day. Take care. Howdy, folks. My name is Richie, a.k.a. Bog Otter. Howdy, folks. My name is Richie, a.k.a. That's recording, isn't it? K.